Good evening, Tiger Nation, and welcome to tonight's Breck Live coverage as the Fighting Tigers are going to be taking on the Cougars of Grayson County High School. I'm Lincoln Smith, along with
Mr. Garrett tonight.
And we are going to be taking you through tonight's action. It looks like the scoreboard is yet to kick on, and another scoreboard that we are kind of lacking in the department of. And this is just going to be a little prerequisite apology, a little bit housekeeping, if some may call it that.
Yeah.
As going through tonight's action with the Grayson County Cougars, we have a slight problem with we don't really have any of their team's information other than their record.
Correct.
They have, I believe, 42 registered players on their roster, no stat reports filed, and no numbers, so we don't know who they've got in their lineup right now.
We know that number 24 just reached first base safely, but if you were coming here in anticipation of Grayson County names, sadly we're not going to have those, and we apologize.
Yeah, that is definitely not the best situation, I'm sure. But a little bit of an early bird play there is the Cougars going to take a quick jump on over to first. I believe off of an error there. I couldn't really tell by Jared Harnett, I think it was. But we got Isaac Seeger on the mound tonight.
Yes.
Currently throwing with some fantastic stats. I believe going into this game, the ERA was at a .88.
It was under 1.
Yeah, I'll check to be sure, but I think that is what the number looked like. As the KHSA scoreboard is being rather, I believe, relentless in its ability to work here. And we are going to see if we can get it going quickly. So now, not sure what the count is here. Do we have that going on the scoreboard right now?
2-1 after that pitch. We'll see.
Okay, that was what I had believed the count to be.
Yeah. Now, I don't know why the scoreboard in right field is not working. Maybe some kind of electric surge kind of ran through it and sort of knocked it offline.
I don't know. Needless to say, we're certainly unburdened, although a little bit unaware of what we've got going on here. So going to try and figure things out. As that ball's fouled off, so now 2-2, if I'm not mistaken. We got runner on first. And Isaac Seeger trying to normalize himself here at the mound, get himself dialed in as he's going to throw high pitch there. So now full count for number 15 for the Cougars, who, again, we don't know his name. So.
Yeah, we don't know his name, so it could be an imposter of number 15, but probably not.
I don't know. We'll have to see if he can pick up a quick base hit. And, swing and a miss there. Isaac Seeger got him with the breaking ball.
Third strike.
Is that one thrown fantastically in there, and ooey gooey pitch.
Yeah, I like that description. Sort of one of the things that baseball and softball use to describe pitches, like filthy, things like that. So I really like ooey gooey. That's nice.
Seeger going to throw back to first there, as number 24 may have gotten ahead of himself a little bit there, but forewarned by the first base coach.
Yeah.
So Seeger here now facing his third batter of the game, one out on the board, and that one coming right back at me there, and it is going to slip away from Drew Harding. So runner is going to advance to second. We don't typically see Isaac throw a lot of crazy ones like that, as Drew Harding there going for the ball fetch on that little bit wild pitch there right over the head of the batter.
Yeah, you say Isaac, very solid on the mound, very confident. You can kind of tell, and that swing was probably in the ball range as to number 40 up there, but he took a swing away. But, yes, Isaac, very confident, very competitive pitcher for sure.
Yeah, there is definitely no question about that. He's definitely a multi-type pitcher. He does a lot of stuff on the mound, makes it as versatile as possible. So another swing and a miss there from number 40. And taking a cut at two pretty high pitches coming in there. Maybe looking to galvanize the offense a little bit here. So count now 1-2, if I'm not mistaken.
I have 1-2. Scoreboard's got nothing.
As fouled off on that one. So still battling here is number 40, Isaac Seeger, looking to continue to get it done. Today, an absolute scorcher, almost like drought conditions. As it's, I think, hovering around 90 degrees right now.
It was hot at soccer conditioning today, that's for sure. I mean, and out there where we practice, let's wait for Isaac to throw this pitch.
Oh, that one going to be popped up over towards right field, right into the Dragon's maw. Logan Henning's going to pick it up, and that's going to make the second out of the inning.
Yeah. But I was saying, as we get that second out, where we practice, sometimes the dirt
Yeah.
shows where the grass kind of gets knocked down or whatever, and so it's kind of a desolate land in some places.
Yeah, that's definitely a very good point there. And you get that happening a lot on gravel roads, which I live down the end of a gravel road, so cars getting very dirty whenever you start driving and it gets dry.
Yes.
So let's see. Isaac Seeger now with 2 outs on the board. Going to throw.
That sounded like ball from the umpire. I didn't see him show any strike sort of gesture. Maybe you can illuminate that a little more.
Yeah, so unless contrary to our belief, that is going to be ball 1 and now ball 2. As runner takes off towards third, Drew Harding gets the throw in there. Harding can't quite get the tag down, but nearly got in there. Just a little bit high coming in. As, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a friend guard there from number 9 at the
he's
plate.
going back, though, Lincoln. What's going on here, number 24?
That's a very good question.
Maybe I think the batter, number 9, maybe didn't get out of the way.
That was what I thought. That was the
friend guard.
The friend guard,
yeah.
yes. Looked like he wasn't quite clear of where he needed to be, as Harding was kind of in an area to retrieve that and make the throw to third. But unfortunately there for the Cougars is, let's see, so now is it 3-0 count here? Or
I have 2-0.
2-0,
but
okay.
That may have gotten lost in the friend guard for sure.
So let's see now. Seeger's got that one outside. So yes, that is 3-0.
That's 3-0, yeah. I mean, going for a steal from second to third, it takes guts.
That is for
to
sure.
Make that attempt.
And you've definitely got to be limber there too, as you know Drew Harding can make the throw.
Yeah. And
can definitely beat out a runner. Is going to foul that one off, number 9 there. And now let's see what he can get done here. Maybe
3-1 count, right?
Yes, believe so. As a little bit of an aura break there for some of the negativity going through Isaac Seeger after maybe throwing 3 consecutive balls there, swing and a miss.
Oh, I think it was actually a full count. I was wrong.
All right, well.
Because that retires the side.
I'm sure number 9 going to be having some bad dreams after that one, as Isaac Seeger with, I believe, a couple of strikeouts there and a fly out to right field, as going to be a very solid start for the Tigers, who, looking to get the bats going once again, did a fantastic job yesterday against the Bears of Butler County. And, I mean, if they can get the bats moving like that again, definitely going to be in good territory. Maybe going to find a little misty surge of hope here near the end of the season on a very good run. I believe 9 consecutive wins now with that win over Butler County yesterday. And if they can win against Grayson today and then maybe finish it off against DeSales on Thursday, things are going to be looking absolutely fantastic going to the district tournament, which I believe is at Meade County.
That's correct. And I believe those are played on Memorial Day.
Really?
Yes, I think it's Monday.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonder what the forecast will be for that day. Because right now, coming up in the next couple of days, we may not get our softball game in if it is raining on Thursday.
So opportunity for a little bit of a drizzle then? On
probably going to be damp conditions for sure.
Yeah, definitely a possibility.
Or maybe not for sure, but possibly.
Definitely a possibility of that, although we could always see very exciting atmosphere. You never really know what is going to happen with the weather at this point, especially out here in the right on the line of the Midwest and the in the American South. We get sometimes very cold temperatures in the middle of April, like snow in April, and then
I remember. I've heard about that. Snow in April.
Just crazy. I don't even know what was going on there, but it was definitely an interesting spring season. Is now coming into May, which I guess is still technically spring until we get to, is it June is the first month of?
Yes, technically summer? That's the solstice.
Okay.
I'm sorry, equinox. Solstice.
Solstice, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry, I got some tangled feet in my brain there.
As yeah, definitely coming into these summer months, if it continues to look like it has so far this May, I mean, there's opportunity. It could get really hot in those August months. I'm sure with soccer and everything going on, it's going to be some intense training and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sure plenty of nice days on the golf course, though. You know, the ball flying an absolute mile whenever you hit it. Almost like a mega launcher whenever it gets super hot outside.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned this. If this is for any listener or viewer, you got to watch Lincoln Smith play golf sometime. I mean, my goodness. I know he didn't ask me to do this, but when he strikes the ball, let's just be glad that we don't have any satellites orbiting low, because he'd knock them down.
Well, thank you very much for the compliment on the golf game.
Oh, yeah.
We know we've got some fun coming up here in the bottom of the first. Fighting Tigers looking to start things off here. Maybe a full metal body of hitting here if they can.
That would be sweet.
Get it going
that
strong.
ping off that bat. I love that description there, Lincoln.
Yeah, it is fantastic. Is Seager going to watch strike one go by? Catcher not quite able to corral that one. Looked like it hit the outside bottom corner of the zone there.
Yeah.
So Fighting Tigers looking to battle as one here and get something done. They played very well as a team yesterday. Some of the seniors contributing fantastically on senior night. As Seager going to pop that one up, foul it off left. And in case anyone is unaware of what we've got going on today, this is the last Fighting Tigers game we will have on Breck Live this year, so going to be a very emotional one, I'm sure. As Seager battling the 0-2. That one looked like a really good pitch, but called ball one.
It did. Yeah, I think the umpire would have been justified if he'd called that one a strike from
That's
our
for
eyes.
sure.
But we got away with it.
We'll see if Isaac Seager can catch one with the ever intrepid sword here. And, a little bit of a long reach for one there. As going to swing and a miss, strike three for Isaac Seager, who's generally a very reliable batter, but one of the hottest bats in the game for the Fighting Tigers these last few weeks has been Cole Proctor.
Yeah, just a blaze of great hitting.
That is for sure. Some might even say a flame body a little bit coming into this one.
He is on fire, yes.
And let's see what he can get done here at the plate. First pitch on the way. And in case you guys are also unaware of this, although it has been repeated a couple times now, we have absolutely no idea who Grayson County's players are.
Yeah.
So we don't know who's on the mound for them. But striking out Isaac Seager, that's no insignificant feat. So.
No, that is tough to do because he's at the top of the order for a reason, to get on base, and he does it well.
Yeah, hoping to reap a plentiful harvest here early on, our Fighting Tigers. Proctor going to swing at strike one there and just catches it a little bit foul. That one, he took a cut at. If he could have hit that one well, definitely could have been hit hard there. As we know, a lot of hustle here from the Fighting Tigers at the top of the order. We know they are, oh, goodness. That one called strike two there. It's finding the inside edge, apparently.
Yeah. And, umpires are all different. I don't necessarily like that call, but I like this guy's delivery.
Oh, yeah.
He's merciless in his calls.
As pitcher delivering a little bit of a hyper cutter in there as Cole Proctor going to hit a little ground ball right to the second baseman. They're going to pick it up and make the throw to first. So Fighting Tigers now 2 outs on the board. Drew Harding stepping up. One of the few Fighting Tigers whose bat has not been the best the last few weeks, but man, if he can get it going before the district tournament, my apologies, it would be fantastic.
And you like to comment, Lincoln, on how he chooses his pitches well to swing at, and I think that's a great quality for a batter. He's very analytic in his plate presence for sure, and he just got a good eye, as they say.
Has a really good sense of anticipation as well whenever he's up there at what he may see coming towards him. So now we've got 0-1 here. And that one going to be a high fly ball. Looks like it may get caught up here in the wind. And it's going to come down left center. Left fielder jumps in, catches that one. So Fighting Tigers 3 up, 3 down there. And very solid pitching performance coming right off the bat there for the Cougars. As taking a look at Grayson County's record so far this season, let's see, I believe, oh goodness, KHSA scoreboard not cooperating very much either way. Grayson County 13-17 on the season, currently sitting at, let's see, 3rd, 5th, 7th in the 3rd region. Fighting Tigers currently ranked at 4th with that 19-9 record following that big win over Butler County yesterday. And they are looking to, again, continue the action they've seen coming into this one, as we're not, I don't believe, sure who they're going to play in the district tournament yet. It's very close at the top here between the Fighting Tigers and the Waves of Meade County. So I don't know who will end up playing who there in that. Obviously, it's going to come down to how both teams finish, presumably in their district records, I think is how it's based.
I would guess, since Meade County defeated us here and away, that we would likely play Hancock County.
Okay, that was my assumption. As Meade County, 4-0 in the district. The Fighting Tigers 3-2 in the district, and Hancock County 0-5 in district play. So not exactly the best there for Hancock County, the Hornets. And we are going to see if the Fighting Tigers defense can continue to get it done. Isaac Seeger, I believe, allowing only one hit there in the top of the first.
Yes.
Still definitely keeping the ERA down. No runs to come in there. As Fighting Tigers out here on this grassy terrain looking to get something going here. As we are going to see what they can get going. Defensively, at least that is. So either way, Isaac Seeger jumping up here. First pitch of the inning. And number 26 going to foul that one off, so strike one.
Thank goodness for nets.
Indeed.
That would have been in the face for me.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a scary position here. And I don't know, with the camera angle change, I guess some of them may come back right in the direction
Yeah,
of
that
the
could
camera.
be very intense.
Hopefully nobody too jumpy watching the game today. As particularly if a ball takes a magic bounce off the bat, it can come right back at the camera at any opportunity.
Oh, yeah. If it takes a magic bounce, you better have your magic guard.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. As 0-2 pitch on the way. That one going to be fouled off. It's number 26 battling in there. And we are going to see how choosy he is at his bat here. The 0-2 is that one contacted very well for the swing he took. Logan Henning going to make an error there. As Cole Proctor stepping in to back him up, but no throw to first is pretty unorthodox there by Logan Henning. Generally, we see him do a very good job in the infield. And just unfortunately dropped that one. Maybe took an interesting bounce off the grass pelt there right in front of him. Not really sure. Hard to tell, though.
We see some curious hops out here. And it's very challenging for a fielder if the surface is inconsistent. So the new turf infield should make for better fielding, you would think, at the new complex. Now, number 12 for Grayson County here is showing a bunt.
Yeah, showed it well before Seeger got into his pitching routine. So we're going to see if he does indeed square up to try and bunt one once again. As he does fire one up once again. That one called ball one. Looked like it almost came into the strike zone there.
Yeah, you know, something you don't see in baseball that you see in softball with the bunt is the slap hitter. They'll like kind of bunt to run out. Slap hitter would be a tough rhyme. I mean, maybe sap sipper.
Yeah.
As that's popped up. Caught by
Oh,
Drew
wow.
Harding.
Nicely done there by Drew Harding to catch the bunt. As runner moving towards second and makes it after
That's curious that he would go, but hey, whatever works.
I guess you can do that because it was foul, but he caught it in the air. So, yeah. All right. That is a little bit unfortunate there. Almost sort of like a flower gift there for the Cougars after bunting one behind themselves. As 27 now stepping up here. Isaac Seeger, who's been an absolute magician at the mound all year.
He makes that ball move.
So let's see if he can keep it going in these last couple of games here. I'm sure they'll want him ready for some district tournament action. As that one a little bit high, so I'm assuming called ball two there.
I have not heard strike given.
All right. Good deal. And let's see what Isaac Seeger's got in the tank now with the 2-0. Ooh, nice little breaking ball
There's some
there.
of that magic you're talking about, Lincoln. The illusion of the pitch. Looks like it's going to hit you, and then it doesn't.
Yeah. It's almost hard to say. It's like the scale of pitches that Seeger throws, and you can see swing and a miss there from number 27. Almost like a Marvel scale. I think that's a good way to look at it. It really changes a lot. He has so much versatility on the mound between the breaking ball and then just a hard fastball, sometimes throwing the changeup in there. It really keeps batters on their toes. Oh my, that one hit hard there to the outfield by number 27. I believe, is that Zach Beecham out there coming into field that one? And he makes a nice catch there. That one was contacted very well. And unfortunately for the Cougars, 27 going to be making a bit of an emergency exit now after getting flying out there.
Yeah.
And a nice solid throw in there by Beecham, going to hold the runner at second. So now 2 outs on the board, I believe. As Seeger throwing strike one once again. Nice little breaking ball to the outside corner. As definitely looking on a day like this to make sure you're maintaining hydration. Definitely a lot of sweat to be worried about here.
Yeah.
I'm sure got to be tough to even grip a bat right now. And especially if you're not wearing a glove, as number 34 doesn't have
No
batting
gloves. That's curious not to have the batting gloves in baseball. I guess, to each their own.
Mm-hmm. It's certainly a pick that is within your realm of choosing. So you're going to try and get him swinging there at the high fastball. So that one's going to be called ball one. So
Well, I have two here, 2 and 1.
Okay.
But I may be totally off. Again.
Okay. I was thinking 1-2, but I'm not for sure on that.
Okay.
We will have to see as that one fouled off. So that now we know he has 2 strikes no matter what.
2 strikes now, even if there were 2 before. Both of our theories would play out.
As the Cougars' bats being like lightning rods so far. I mean, they have contacted almost any ball that's come their way. They haven't necessarily got him in play. As that one fouled up, and Wyatt Burnett going to catch that one just shy of the dugout. So that is the 3rd out of the inning for the Fighting Tigers defense. And although Seeger has allowed a couple hits here, I mean, they haven't come in to score at all. I mean, the Fighting Tigers infield has been fantastic, and their outfield as well. But the infield has been working very well as a team, as one to try and get things done.
Yeah, it's like the runners get on for Grayson County, but the aftermath's not that bad. I mean, they're not really threatening scoring positions. The one runner they got to third base got there illegally, so he had to retreat to second. So both teams not really got it going yet.
And both teams, honestly, been aerialating a lot of balls. I mean, they have both teams have popped up several of them, and we're going to have to see how that comes into play later in the game. Yeah. Or, obviously right now, also a critical juncture.
But definitely a slow start for both sides.
Yeah, as neither team really getting it going particularly well with the bats. But again, defensively, both sides looking pretty solid so far. So Eric Barr stepping up here as number 24 still on the mound here for the Cougars. So we got, looks like Eric Barr, Jared Harned, presumably Wyatt Burnett coming up after that, then Cameron Shaw, Logan Henning, and then we will see who we've got there at that 9th position. Yesterday on senior night, we had Xavier Perks come into that position. We also had, on some other nights, we've had Huddleston as well as Brett Hinton, and then I believe we've also had Zach Beecham come in to bat in that position a few times. So we're going to see what Eric's got going on here. Is I believe 4 for 4 on the day yesterday with 3 or maybe 4 RBIs.
There was no guard against Eric. He hit everything.
Oh, I mean, there was no question about that one. He was reaping a plentiful harvest with the bats yesterday. Either way, let's see what the Fighting Tigers can get going. They definitely need to get things moving, and Barr nearly going to get hit by that one.
Yeah, just steps to the side, steps out of the way there.
As that ball, although it looked like maybe a bit of a breaking ball, seemed to get into a bit of an airlock where it kind of just got stuck in the same position, never really turned enough to get back to the zone. As Barr now watching ball 2 go by, so 2-0 count now for him. As so far number 24 for the Cougars is kind of lorded over the Tigers' bats with an iron fist. Not something you typically see at the top of the order for the Fighting Tigers.
No.
As Barr going to foul that one off, so now 2-1 count here. As still battling as though he's got the battle armor on here. And now 2-1 pitch on the way. That one fired in there well outside, so now 3-1.
Could this be the first base runner tonight for the Fighting Tigers? Maybe.
That would certainly be a bit of a color change for how things went in the bottom of the first, so we're going to have to see.
Hate to put the commentator's curse on things.
As Barr going to take a rip at that one, and so close to coming down fair there. And that's that territory where if a ball comes down in play, you can definitely get extra bases out of it. There in
those
right
corners
field.
are it's a long way to get to them for the outfielder, and then that throw is also a long throw back to second base.
Yeah, and the big thing about it, I think, really, is a lot of teams will try and play the shift because most batters are going to have a tendency to pull it if they're trying to hit it with power. And, of course, Eric Barr known for having just pure power at the plate. I mean, if he makes contact with one, he's more than likely going to get it into the outfield. But batters trying to swing hard at him are going to have a natural tendency to kind of pull it a little bit, trying to get a little bit ahead of the ball. And a lot of teams will try and play that shift. So that right fielder will sometimes go over a little bit too far to the left, and one falling into that right corner be a big problem, as Eric Barr, I believe on a full count, they're going to get hit.
He did. And he had when he got plunked right there, had a little grin on his. I don't think it bothered him that much.
Looked like the pitcher had a little bit too much gluttony there, getting a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
With that.
Maybe trying a little too fancy of a pitch.
Yeah.
But you don't, as you said, Lincoln, you don't want to throw it right down the middle to somebody like Eric. He could really put the bat on it.
And you want to have confidence in the pitches you're going to throw as well. You never want to, go out there and not throw a pitch just because you're scared that you might hit somebody with it. If things are off, and this is something a lot of people will say about golf, if you're not hitting your driver well, you're not going to fix it by not hitting it. If you're not throwing a pitch well, then you're going to have to keep throwing it. Otherwise, it's never going to get any better. So we're going to see if the Fighting Tigers can continue things here with getting another runner on base. Is Jared Harned going to step up here? I believe he had a pretty good night as well yesterday on senior night. And this part of the order had a fantastic night altogether yesterday. So Harned stepping around to square up the bunt. That one going to fall to the pitcher. They are going to make the throw to first, so they're going to pick up an out. But
well done by Jared. He did what he was asked to do. Advance the runner.
And Wyatt Burnett's walk-up song coming back once again is...
Yeah, traces of heavy metal, although I don't know if Crazy Train technically is heavy metal. Maybe.
We'll definitely say it would have some magnetic properties, I guess.
Would you call it light metal? I don't know.
That's probably a decently accurate description. It maybe falls somewhere in between the two.
It's more mainstream metal, I guess.
Fair enough. As we are going to see what Wyatt Burnett can get done here. As looking to find any weak armor spots in the Cougars' position. As
I think he did.
That one going to go right over second base. Eric Barr is going to make it over to third. And Burnett going to get a nice little single there. So now, one out on the board. Cameron Shaw steps up here. I believe he reached base on all three of his at-bats yesterday.
Yeah, Cameron's kind of a mold breaker.
That's for sure.
He can do a lot. There's nothing he can't do. He can hit. He's got a home run this season. He also walks incredibly well. Great eye. And he's in our broadcasting class, so shout out Cameron Shaw.
And that one called ball one.
Lincoln, you like to point out this trend. Cameron always gets a ball his first pitch.
Almost always.
They cannot throw a strike to this man.
They just, I don't know. Again, we talked about this yesterday. Maybe it's his big size. I don't know. It's like maybe... Oh, they're going to try and throw out Burnett at first. They nearly got him there.
That was quite a pickoff move from number 24 for Grayson County. Very, very disguised the way that ball was thrown over there.
Has a little bit of a sand veil coming up there as Burnett.
Yeah, the dust, for sure.
Going to slide in there.
They tried him again, didn't they?
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get him with the quick draw here. But it seems Burnett has got the quick feet to counter it. And
you got to be able to do that.
Cam now still sitting in here, and looked like he was going to square up for the bunt there, but then pulled it back, and then it was a breaking ball that found just pretty much almost the dead middle of the zone there. Really nice pitch.
Yeah, maybe going for the squeeze at home, trying to bunt that runner home. That's a bold call if that's what we've got on the cards.
Yeah, definitely a play that you love to see executed properly.
After this batter, Lincoln, remind me about something golf-related to tell you after Cameron's at bat.
Is it a 2-1 count currently?
Yes, 2-1 to Cameron Shaw.
So I'm sure Wyatt Burnett, after sliding in there, has to have some rough skin because that was a close call, and they are going to try and...
Just foul.
Oh, and literally the ball stopped as soon as it got over the foul line, too.
That was an excellent attempt by Cameron.
He really couldn't have put it in a better spot other than the fact it was foul. I mean, it was right where it needed to be. It just, it could have taken any number of spots off that grass there.
landed fair and then just trickled foul.
Mm-hmm. That's a really, really solid play there. Definitely.
Anything but simple laying down a bunt like that.
Yeah, definitely some big pecs there to be able to step in there and really, really bunt one into a position like that. So now he's got 2 strikes, but now I believe full count following that well outside one there. As I'm sure he is now on cloud 9 watching ball 3 go by there because he may have some idea of what's coming.
He knows that he can and will take ball 4, and then he's going to move around those bases if he can do that here.
That's for sure. As that one was definitely a strike. It was coming in right down the middle.
Yeah.
And he's going to swing and foul that one off. But a very keen eye by him, even compound eyes, some might say, as he's going to foul that one off. And good look there, as if he would have watched that one go by, it would have almost certainly been strike 3.
You know, I saw a fact. Well, I'll wait for this pitch. This payoff pitch here, 3-2, talking about distance. But here's Cameron.
Oh, a little breaking ball,
yes.
And he's going to find the gap between short and third. He's going to knock Eric Barr home, and that is exactly what we wanted to see.
That is an RBI. But you talk about distance with keen eye. I saw a fact. Tyrannosaurus Rex, able to see prey 6 kilometers away.
6 kilometers.
Yes.
That is
insane.
Outrageous
I
numbers.
love dinosaurs. And the whole Jurassic Park thing, don't move, it can't see you, that could not be more false.
They can see you.
They will see you from far away.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, speaking of far away, that ball by Logan Henning was fouled. That may have been over the fence, but in foul territory to the left.
There's
really
definitely
got
a
a hold of
possibility.
that.
He made some very good contact with that one.
Yeah, showing some huge power there in that swing. I needed to tell you about the golf thing. Remind me after Logan.
All right. We will have to see what Logan Henning's got in the bag here. As now 0-2.
Yeah.
We know he's really scrappy, though, so he can definitely step into it here at an 0-2 and find a way to get on base somehow. He's done it in the past, and we can definitely expect him to at least try to do it again. As again, 0-2 here. Pitcher fires that one in, and it gets away from him.
Both runners standing up, advancing. No need to slide.
That's exactly what we love to see. No tangling hair without the slide there. Although maybe with today's humidity, there's a possibility.
Your hair might be tangled.
Oh, it is. There's no question about that. Whole lot of manual work today with some house renovation stuff. So, Logan Henning hitting a ground ball here. And, it is going to slip past the shortstop. It scores Burnett. Henning is going to find first base, and he has done it again. The Mad Lad has an absolute rockhead at the plate. He was not taking no for an answer.
I like the Mad Lad. I like that, Lincoln, a whole lot.
As that's just fantastic there.
Yeah, that's another bad hop out there. Shortstop was in a good position, but something must be something about this surface.
Well, I mean, it bounced almost all the way up to shoulder height for him. Like he had his glove almost up by his head. As we've now got Brett Hinton here at the plate for the Fighting Tigers. They tried to pick off Cameron Shaw over there at second base, but they couldn't quite get him.
No, he's got speed.
As we are now going to see what Brett Hinton can pickpocket off of this Grayson County defense. Oh, goes to square down.
What
bunt,
a bunt
and,
that
goodness,
is.
are they going to get him with the throw? They do, but wow, very nicely bunted there by Brett Hinton.
Yeah.
The, I believe, freshman stepping in to bunt that one, or now I guess technically would be sophomore. Not in the baseball realm, but yes.
It depends on if you count the end of the year as the last day of school or graduation.
Yeah, that's a fair enough point. But either way, that was a very well done bunt, as now that's going to move 2 runners into scoring position.
You know, save the golf anecdote for between innings.
Okay.
Because this game's too exciting to be talking about that right now.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I'm not actually sure. Is the score 3-0 or 2-0?
2.
Okay, that was what I thought. So, Isaac C, you're going to watch strike 1 go by after, I'm trying to think, did he strike out in his first at bat?
Yes,
I
he
think
did.
So.
Yes, he did.
As definitely not anticipated.
No, he usually is going to get on base.
As taking a whack at that second one, it's going to be a high ball into right field. Right fielder steps in and catches it, so that is going to retire the side for the Fighting Tigers. But they do pick up 2 runs there. The bat's starting to get hot, and Cole Proctor stepping up the bat in the bottom of the third for them. Now, continue on about your fantastic golf anecdote. Anecdote.
No,
Sorry.
that's okay. I got you. be like there was a poison touch on me. I need the antidote.
Yeah.
But I got your anecdote right
Got a little
here.
poison heal going on there.
No, it's not really a story. I just saw somebody else in our class in the stands out there, Luke Robinson, who I believe made a wonderful birdie the other day that he was
Yes.
very proud of on hole number 8 at the community center.
And that is what you love to see from him, as he just started picking up golf, I believe, near the end of last season, but coming in. I mean, I know he's been getting a lot of gains at the gym, so I'm sure pretty pumped up.
Does a
this
golfer
season.
need to hit the gym? Is that
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a necessity. I mean, really, for almost any sport, it's not a necessity to get into the gym. I know Luke just is very committed to trying to get some gains. But yeah, you can definitely hit the ball further with just by increasing muscle mass. There's no question about that. And with flexibility and things, yeah, definitely. There's definitely an impact of strength training on golf. Yes.
Is that the Bryson DeChambeau School of Golf?
Yes. Definitely within that realm of schooling, with the Bryson DeChambeau eating several thousand calories every day and then doing a lot of strength training, drinking a lot of protein shakes, all that sort of crazy stuff.
Yeah. That's great for the professional athlete, probably not great for casual lifestyle.
Yeah, getting a little bit bigger, you'd think you may have to have a little bit of a stance change setting up to a golf ball. It's got to be a little bit weird, but either way, number 7.
Well, that's fair. Number 7 down the left field line.
Is that one a fantastic hit if you're trying to get extra bases. And he is going to make his way over for a stand-up double. That is a fantastic shot there out in the left field.
I wish we knew his name so we could shout out the hit.
Yes, but congratulations to number 7. You did a great job.
Number 7, a lucky number for some. So he had some, I guess, super luck on that.
Mhm.
Well, no, it's skill.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Kind of like a, I don't know. It was a good ball. I'll give him that. That was very well hit there.
It's going to bring out a visit to the mound as well.
It's a little bit early on for that, but I don't know. I guess trying to get things going here, as obviously the coaches not oblivious to the action that these batters are getting off, or what they're getting off of Isaac Seeger here. And a little bit unorthodox for what we're typically used to seeing, but we know the symbiosis between the two teams can occasionally very much change the outlook on the game, just depending on really even the energy between players. I mean,
you've got to have a great game. You need two teams putting both efforts in a strong way. So that symbiotic, I like that, Lincoln. Symbiotic look at a sporting event. Both teams need to bring their A game.
As I'm sure the Fighting Tigers looking to not put the Shields down here.
No way.
Defensively, they really need to continue their work defensively. Oh, what a nice recovery pitch there from Isaac Seeger. Just going to find the outside corner of the strike zone there. And that breaking ball was just a wonderful pitch. So we are now going to see what we've got going here as swing and a miss from number 24, who was 24 the leadoff batter?
Yes, also the pitcher.
All right.
So Mr. All-Around here.
Yeah, definitely a very versatile player. Definitely a plus to have him on your team, and taking a big cut at strike 3 there.
A bit of a minus there with the third strike, but you can't be a pitcher and a leadoff batter if you're not talented. So, and again, wish we could shout out your name.
Mm-hmm. Definitely has a lot of vital spirit if he's going to go out there.
Yeah.
And see what he can get going. Is number 15 going to hit one right to shortstop, and he is going to beat the throw to first, as a little bit of a grim neigh there from the Breckinridge County fans after he beat that throw out. So now runners on first and second.
Yeah, the sound is curious in here because when that cheering happened, I heard it from the right, but it came from the left.
Yeah, the I don't know, acoustics of the room, I guess.
Yeah.
Or I guess the entire environment, kind of a bit of an arena trap here in this little dungeon underneath the stairs.
That's okay. We sorted out well enough.
As you can see, Wyatt Burnett stepping up here to get ready to prepare for this bunt, and he jumped in there pretty quickly, but the bunt not quite able to be squared up by number 40 there.
A definite strike one situation in that case. That bunt, he went a long way to get that, a long reach going down That probably would have been a ball, but oh well.
Have to see. Fighting Tigers looking to get a little bit of corrosion going against the Grayson County bats.
Sort of wear them down a little bit. I like that.
As they've really had to battle here defensively against the Cougars. The Cougars have really had the bats going very well for them so far in this game.
Runners are going. I think that was a little. You have to give credit to the jump. He had a great jump right there, number 7.
As, again, it looked like maybe another situation there where 40 was going in for a little friend guard, kind of hesitant to get out of the way there.
We'll see. No action taken this time from the umpire, although he's saying something to him.
Yeah.
Drew seems to be talking about it.
Maybe Drew just trying to give them the illusion of safety, that maybe he's like, we might let him have this base just in case we can pick one off later. So let's see what Seeger's got in him here. Runner takes off towards second. Harding fires in the throw, and looked like the throw was aimed more towards Logan Henning there. They're going to call the runner out at third. They were pointing at him.
Okay, I think I've got what's going on.
All right.
The umpire is saying that the batter on that steal attempt stepped deliberately across the plate in front of the throw. And so they're calling him out, and the inning is over as a result of that right there.
Well,
that was what he said, and that's some shenanigans right there.
Yeah.
If that's what's being coached. Now, maybe it was just an accidental step across. You got to keep that in mind. Accidents happen.
I mean, I don't know. We've seen some deliberate antagonistic action here so far.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe deliberate.
A little bit of a rivalry, I guess. Grayson County and Breckinridge County in various sports.
That's for sure. It has definitely been an exciting one here so far, as definitely having some effect spores on the fans here, and we are going to have to see how that continues to play throughout the game here. As Fighting Tigers again, still looking to keep things going, maybe get a cacophony of base hits going here in the bottom of the third, if I'm not mistaken.
Lincoln, one of my favorite things about talking with you is your vocabulary right there with cacophony, which is, of course, kind of a clangorous noise.
Yeah.
And so the pinging of the bats making that noise, it's just a poetic way to look at the game.
I also, not even just the noise, but I just love the phrase cacophony as a description. As if you can really get something moving, it just be like an unending onslaught. That is it's almost usable in a more physical realm as opposed to just the sound of it. And we are going to see if perhaps the Grayson County Cougars can be soundproof in the endeavor of the Fighting Tigers cacophony of bats here. And we're going to have to see what happens, as Cougars going to have a pretty nice, I guess, overcoat maybe on the infielders defensively. As
I suppose, covering it up like that. You mentioned the heat. Definitely not the day for the fur coat today.
No, absolutely not.
That would be a bad decision.
As I'm sure a lot of fans maybe going to reach their anger point quickly from Grayson County if calls like that continue to happen.
Yeah, I would love to go back and see that.
That's one of those, though, I feel it's so, subjective as an umpire that, he didn't make the call the first time. He made the runner go back. But now that second one's been called, you know he's got to be keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of those you would love to go back and be able to look at again.
Cole Proctor up to the plate, ready to download some success from the hard drive.
Let's see what he's got going. I mean, currently batting a .443 on the season.
He's upset with that one.
As
could tell he kind of hit his helmet a little bit. He knew he got under it, but
I will say it is a very solid thing of the Fighting Tigers. I mean, just definitely one thing I can brag on them for. If they do pop one up, the opportunity that one of the outfielders is to drop a ball, they are absolutely taking off. There is no question about that.
Yes, and that's fair to Cole, because even though he was upset, he was still running at a full speed.
Oh, I mean, he was nearly to second by the time that ball was gone. And Drew Harding stepping up here. And, that one fouls off, catches him, looked like maybe in the back of the knee almost.
He's walking it off, yeah.
That one, a little bit of a tough one
We
to
need
take
a little
for him.
triage out there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
A healer of sorts. I'm
As,
sure that trainer Clint Board could check it out if he needed to.
as the top of the order for the Fighting Tigers looking a little bit moody here on
Yeah.
on a few just unfortunate at bats, really. Is that one going to be called ball one, I believe, for Drew Harding? As we know, he is looking to put on a battery of hits here in his next few at bats. That is a really nice pun there with battery and then it containing bat. I think that works very well.
You know, I'll brag on it for you, Lincoln.
Thank you.
Say,
So
don't.
He's going to swing at strike two there. Not that I used the pun well. I just realized it after I said it. I was like, battery, bat, you know.
You did. It's nice.
It works pretty well.
It's nice.
Either way, Drew Harding looking to get a bit of a beast boost here after taking some cuts at a couple of those balls. Let's see what he can do now. I believe 2-2 count. He's going to take a rip at a breaking ball here. Is it going to fall in the hands of the first baseman? No, but he takes a dive in there. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, that's out of my range of vision. What'd you see there, Lincoln?
He dove almost headfirst into the dugout. It looked like he might have hit the wall for a second, but he was able to stop right short of Eric Barr there. And Drew Harding is going to stay in this at bat. As very solid hustle there by first baseman to go after that one. Pretty merciless. As Drew Harding now, I believe, battling a 2-2 count. As he's going to not foul that one off. I have no idea how he made contact with that
Yeah,
ball.
he looked like he checked his swing.
And hit it.
And managed to put the bat on it, too.
Yeah. Gosh.
Just a tough break there.
I will say, anyone playing at that first base position, if you have to make a play like that, you cannot have a klutz as your first baseman.
No.
Because if they would have taken one fall a half second later, I mean, they easily could have hit that wall there. That would have been very not ideal. It's Eric Barr stepping
Another
up.
checked swing.
As picked up by the third baseman. Are they going to make a good throw? Barely. First baseman has to take a big reach forward in another opportunity there where a klutz would certainly not have been a good person to have at your first base position. But Fighting Tigers go 3 up, 3 down again.
It's something
offensively.
about the bats. Like, obviously, it's really easy to play any sport from the spectator's seat.
Yes.
Like, I mean, that's second guessing and armchair quarterback. You hear things like that.
Yeah.
But if you're going to swing, go for it.
Yeah. Take a rip at it. I don't know.
Swing like Lincoln on the tee of number 4.
That's the great thing about golf is the ball is not coming at you. You just have to be like, how do I hit this ball from this spot and hit it well? And then you sit there, a few seconds, you analyze it, and then you hit it. Wonder if I don't know. I feel like at least this happens a lot in movies. Things will happen that would be normally very fast in motion, and you'll have almost no response time. But at least in movies where like maybe some sort of supernatural events occur, what they'll have happen is those very fast split-second decisions are broken down into like minutes long almost of discussion as far as the scale is concerned. I just think that's really funny when that sort of stuff happens.
Elements of role-playing games there too.
Mm-hmm.
You can a turn, you can go around the table, but it really only represents 6 seconds or so in the if there's a battle or something. And I want to say this: the other day in broadcasting, on the last day of school, we actually had a class-wide Dungeons and Dragons event.
Yes,
that was awesome. A lot of battle bonds were formed that day. I would love to tell you more. I probably will. I can do that off camera. But it was very nice a way to close out our year in broadcasting class.
And speaking of battle bonds, Fighting Tigers jumping in right here and looking to continue to get things done defensively. And it takes a real bond, mainly defensively, but also offensively to get things done, especially in a team diamond sport like this. You always have to be backing up somebody in case of a wild throw or in case a ball gets past them. And the Fighting Tigers have done that very well.
Yeah.
Any ball that gets bobbled, there's always a second person there to help make the recovery play.
Which also requires a lot of inner focus to be in the right spot.
That is for sure. As the Cougars looking to frisk their way into another couple quick hits here, as Logan Henning going to pick that one up. Makes a little bit of a curious throw there to Burnett. Nearly finds the dirt, but he is going to pick it up, so it's going to be out number 1.
Yeah, and Isaac with a great pitch there to get that ground ball. The bottom dropped out of it. Isaac, of course, working like most great pitchers do, at his own tempo out there.
I mean, just throwing absolute liquid ooze. I mean, the nastiness of the pitches have just been off the charts. That's one of the things he does outrageously well. So second batter now, and that's, I believe, number 20. Is it 6?
26. You are correct.
Going to foul that one off, and looked like just cut right underneath it as the ball kind of dropped on him, but not quite as much as I think he was hoping for. And we are going to see what can happen here. Hopefully the camera doesn't pixelate too much if some of these angles get a little bit too precarious. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit lower angle. Jared Harnan just couldn't corral that ball as it came, but it bounced very high. The runner, that would have been, even had he fielded that, he was running away from the from first base. It would have been a heck of a throw to get there.
Yeah, I couldn't see any way, even if that one came in hotter and if he was able to stop it. I mean, from the position he was in, that was a hard throw to make.
Tough.
It was very good recovery, though, to stop that one, because if it went over his head, there may not have been somebody behind him with how far left it was, other than Eric. But it would have been a tough throw over there. As 12 now up here, and Isaac Seeger going to go ahead and throw a nice strike one there. We're going to see if he can continue to get things done on the mound here.
Yeah, he's waiting right now. There's a little bit of a game going on with the first. Yep, there he goes with the pickoff attempt. Taking a little more time before he goes home to make that runner a little unsettled over at first base for the Cougars.
As
Trying
Isaac
to unnerve him, I guess.
Yeah, and Isaac Seeger almost never unaware of what's going on.
Oh, he's always, he's very aware.
And that one going to be fouled off pretty hard.
That's 2 strikes on number 12. Cameron's opposite number.
Indeed.
Number 12. Anything to talk about these players, trying to find anything
Yeah.
to say, because we don't know their names. And,
this is the antagonist to Cameron. This is his foil right here.
Yes.
Up at the plate right now.
If it would be perfect if he flied out to Cameron.
And he looks like he caught that off the thick, fat part of the bat there, as Harned going to make the throw to first. It's going to get away from Burnett here. Number 26 is going to make it on over to third. So now 2 runners on, and I believe 1 out.
1 out.
All right.
If we are wrong on our Breck Live scoreboard, please forgive us, because the scoreboard's not working in left center still. And I have 2-0 as the score for the game, although the Cougars are threatening to add some runs to their column here.
Yeah, we don't really have the power of alchemy to just like summon those things whenever we need them. But yeah, we're going to have to see if the Fighting Tigers can continue to get it done defensively. Isaac Seeger, you can tell here, looking to dial it in emotionally. And we know he generally does a fantastic job of that. He's rarely ever rattled whenever he's at the mound. And he's going to make the throw over to first there. A nice little throw into Burnett, but not quite able to make the tag there. It's number 12. Quick to jump back. As looks like Wyatt Burnett looking to make a little stakeout play here.
Yeah, you got to stay close if you have a runner on first, if you want to pick them off.
Oh, nice pitch there from Isaac Seeger to get, I believe, strike 1, strike 2.
Strike 1.
Okay.
I had 2, but I think that was left over from the previous at-bat.
Okay.
So it's 1.
So Drew Harding so far in this game has just been a fantastic receiver at the plate. Has, I think, only let 1 or 2 pitches get by him, even when Isaac's thrown a couple that were just a little bit wild. And with his speeds, that's fantastic as a catcher.
Oh, yeah.
Even if Drew's not hot at the plate, he is hot behind the plate almost all the time.
And he has, as this pitch comes in for the second strike, Drew has committed to Georgetown in Kentucky, and you can see why. He's very composed. It's been a treat to watch him behind the plate. Very close to him, too, from here in the dungeon.
Yeah.
It's like we're right behind him.
Almost a bit of telepathy behind the plate for Drew Harding. It's like he kind of can communicate almost without saying anything. Is they are going to make the throw out at second, and that is, like, you see, again, Drew Harding, he knows what's going on, and he knows what he's doing with it, even whenever he hasn't said anything. And he's going to make the throw out there at second. I believe it was Cole Proctor who made the tag.
I think so, and Drew, just that technician.
Yes.
Great catcher. And that's a strikeout to strike out the side right there. Talking about get out of a jam.
Yeah.
First and third with 1 out. runner picked off or thrown out, I should say, trying to steal second, and then strike three, boom.
Yeah.
That half inning's over.
That is just fantastic work there from Isaac Seeger on the mound.
Kind of reckless to steal there with that play. Maybe hoping that if it's a bad throw, the runner could advance and score off of that from third, but usually you won't see the catchers have the confidence to make that throw to second because they're worried about that very thing. But Drew said, you know what? I'm not going to wimp out here. I'm going to gun him down, and he threw him out.
As the Cougars, maybe with that play, looking to get another runner into scoring position, maybe trying to run away with it a little bit.
Yeah.
As definitely having a couple runners in scoring position as well as the bats have been going. I mean, if they could get a torrent of good hits going for them, it would definitely be useful in the long run for them.
Yeah.
As that would also be quite useful for the Fighting Tigers as we go bottom of the third now, or bottom of the fourth?
Bottom fourth.
Bottom of the fourth.
2-0. Breckinridge County with the lead. Looking out here at the bleachers, one of my favorite things to see, just about every school is going to have wonderful support for the home fans. But I just love seeing the parents of the players out here too. That parental bond watching a child play a sport, very strong.
And we talk about what part of the game we're in right now. It seems to be going very fast, as though the last few innings have had almost like a propeller tail behind them, moving them forward. As now the Fighting Tigers again trying to get the bats rolling once more. Looks like we've got Jared Harnett stepping up here.
That's him.
And looking to get something going.
He's had a tough time, not tough, but kind of some unfortunate fielding plays. You'd love to see him here shake that off and get a great hit, get on base and start something special.
We know Jared.
Well,
does he get hit? Yes, he does. That one just barely catches his, looked like right there in his lat muscle. And,
Lincoln, for those of us who haven't taken anatomy in school, where's the lat muscle?
I mean, it's in your upper back right here. Trying to think of non-scientific terms to use to describe it.
Kind of like close to the armpit?
Yeah.
Behind the armpit?
Right in there behind the armpit is a pretty good description.
Okay, I could teach anatomy. No, I could not.
I also could not teach anatomy. I'm not certified for that.
Oh, what a bunt from Wyatt Burnett. He might beat that out.
Oh, yes, he has. And nicely done there from Wyatt Burnett. As there have been a slew of very solid bunts here so far in this game, and that is just really solid. And they are showing some steely spirit there with the bats, making sure to really get into it and be steadfast in the fact they are going to bunt it. You never want to not commit to what you're going to do.
If you're going to bunt, and he did. Stalwart and sturdy. Love to see it.
Indeed. As Shaw going to foul that one off there on another bunt attempt, by the way, in case you all were wondering.
Cameron, like we say, the mold breaker.
Yes.
He can bunt. He can swing. He got a base hit last time. Let's see this pitch here.
0-1 coming in, and that one inside. They're going to make the throw back to second. Jared Harnett making it back with plenty of time. So now, is it 1-1?
1-1. And I'm not going to ever second guess a coach giving a sign to bunt. But I always was frustrated if I got the bunt sign. I knew I wanted to swing.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I guess that's why I didn't play much.
As they are going to make the throw into second. It's a wild
one. It's going to be a play at third here.
Oh, Jared Harnett coming in. Nice slide there. Maybe going to have a little sand spit after the little head first dive in there to third.
Yeah. Fearless, though.
Oh, yeah.
That center fielder's in a decent cover spot, but Jared just had to get up, and then it was kind of a sand stream behind him as he was running because he was slid into second, slid into third. He's sliding around the diamond.
There's been a lot of sand force today. I mean, they've been moving a lot in the dirt all day. And that's what it takes to move around the bases. You got to be really committed to the game just to get down, get dirty, and get it moving around. As they are really looking to ripen their chances here.
Yeah. Hopefully Jared didn't shed some skin on that slide.
That would be less than ideal, I'm sure.
Oh, that's okay. Cameron goes down swinging there for the first out of the inning. He'll be back. I mean, Cameron, though, the ultimate competitor, some serene grace there.
Mm-hmm.
Just back to the dugout.
He's trotting on back over there. And no complaints there for Cam, who is generally has a very good eye, and no complaints. Swinging at one there, going down, strike 3. It's not the end of the world. Fighting Tigers again. Still 2 runners on.
Ooh, that was one of those toxic pitches. Got a little toxic boost on that one. Filthy breaking ball.
Definitely. And that any breaking ball really that moves a lot just can get batters so horrendously. It's wonderful to watch, really. I love to see a good pitching performance from either side, really.
Yes. You probably don't like to see the ball moving like that when you hit it on the golf course.
No, no. You want to see a ball have as little side spin as possible. At least for the most part. Unless, of course, you hook one into trouble, because there is a good saying that goes, hook it into trouble, hook it out of trouble, where you intentionally try and hook one like around trees or something.
Oh, that's a great hit there from Logan Henning. That's going to score 2.
Oh, nicely done. Logan Henning has done a fantastic job these last few games. Is he going to make it into second? No, they are going to get him with the tag there. That is a nice play by the catcher to make the throwback.
That was nice. 2 RBIs, though, for Logan. Now the bases are empty. But, yes, Grayson County's catcher not only snagged that throw, which was a tough catch, tough reception, but he throws out Logan going to second. Number 15, well done, number 15.
Little hunger switch there for the catcher after thinking maybe I'm going to tag him out at home here, but then ends up making the throw on out to second, and they still get Logan Henning going there as Brett Hinton now steps up. He's going to watch ball 1 go by, so 1-0 count here for him. And again, just looking to get on base is now.
Yeah. Now is he our designated hitter tonight?
I believe so, yes. And he is going to get hit by that one. That hit him square.
That did. Designated hitter got hit.
I'm sure after a while you kind of have to be almost like a dancer up there at the plate trying to avoid some of those pitches. And the thing was, he had to jump forward to dodge it. I can't imagine if that was a breaking ball and it came in and hit him even more square than that.
With the DH, that's one of those specialized positions, things just for baseball, kind of a quirk, I guess. Other sports have them too. Volleyball has the libero position that can leave the bench in and out without subbing in.
As that is a very interesting one to me. It's a very niche position to have to fill as an athlete to be able to do that. And I'm sure it takes a lot of effort to be able to get that done. It takes, I would assume, probably a little bit of a motor drive. I know volleyball, very, very intense sport for the most part. And
Isaac takes a ball there. Ball 1 to him.
So is it 1-1?
I have 1-0.
Oh.
Because pitcher went to first.
Oh, it was a throw to first. Yeah, I'm not sure why I thought they had another pitch.
That's okay. You can be forgiven.
All right. We will have to see.
78-mile-an-hour pitch there from number 24, but not quite over the plate. Ball 2.
And we are going to have to see if Isaac Seeger can get something done at the plate here. I'm sure it's a little bit hard, especially here for number 24 after hitting a batter, to be able to almost, and this is something you have to kind of visualize a lot as a pitcher, you have to almost imagine the batter's not there. Like they have a clear body. Throw it in there as.
Ooh, fouled off there. But yeah, go ahead, Lincoln, with the clear body.
Yeah, you almost have to imagine that the batter is not there. Like you need to be able to throw it right into your area, and that's one of the things I think that looking to square up a bunt does so much to really throw off pitchers. And we're going to see how adaptable here the pitcher is for the Cougars. He's done a very solid job so far. So he's going to walk Isaac Seeger.
Yeah, not too much adaptability there.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been, like you say, not too bad so far.
I think Camden DeWitt, my apologies for pointing this out a bit late. I think Camden DeWitt came in to courtesy run for Brett Hinton after he was hit.
Okay.
So he's now coming in with 2 stolen bases on the season on 2 attempts, so very good for him. As now a little bit of a mound visit here from the coach, as a little bit of a chilling neigh from the Grayson County fans after that unfortunate back-to-back base without having to have a hit for the Fighting Tigers.
We've seen some success this year for Breckinridge County when it comes to having good moments with 2 outs.
Mm-hmm. That I feel like is where the majority of our runs score. It's crazy.
We're in that position again here as Cole Proctor is in the box, staring it down.
And he's going to take a rip at one, fouls it down the third baseline. And sometimes maybe we like to just put ourselves in a situation, or maybe give us the illusion that we have to get something done right when we need to, which is why, we intentionally get ourselves 2 outs.
Maybe that'd be a curious strategy there, curious medicine there.
Oh, that one also fouled off by Proctor. Yes, it is indeed very curious, as Proctor looking to cotton down here and get another base hit.
So Lincoln, what do you mean by cotton down there? That's a curious phrase.
Really, trying to think of a good way to explain it. So, battening down the hatches is something a lot of people say when they want to see success.
I think it worked right there. Oh, we're going to have a play at the plate. Oh, no.
Nice.
What happened there, Lincoln?
With DeWitt sliding in, or with the no throw to second?
Yes.
Yeah,
that is curious. Can I kind of walk through that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, everybody saw it, but obviously the throw was coming home. The pitcher cut it off, and the run, never going to get that runner. But our base runner out there, that was Isaac, was totally picked off, and the pitcher just looked at the home plate and didn't throw. Hey, we'll take anything, I guess. But
they kind of went innards out there. They really, really exposed themselves, didn't? I mean, 2 outs on the board. That's a throw you got to make. Oh, they thought they might pick him off there, as Seeger took another big lead out there in no man's land.
But they had the out.
Oh yeah,
and he just kind of, like you say, swallowed the throw.
Yeah. A lot of moxie there, though, by Isaac Seeger to get that far away.
Maybe he just intimidated the pitcher into not throwing him out.
That's unfortunate. As Harding finally getting some good contact, and unfortunately is just going to find the glove of the third baseman, who makes the force out at the bag. So the Fighting Tigers going to, unfortunately, not convert all their runners, but did they pick up one there?
We did. It's 5-0 right now.
All right.
That's what I'm showing, and if it's incorrect,
then so be it.
Apologies.
That's just the current climate that we're living in. It's either if it's wrong, we must apologize. That is unfortunately our own fault, as if we have no other information to go on than our own I guess perception of what we've got going on.
It has been an unusual broadcast in that we have nothing to go off of.
Yeah.
Breckinridge County, we have updated rosters. We have updated stat reports. Grayson County, 42 players on the roster, none of them with jersey numbers on KHSAA, and no stat reports filed.
Yeah.
So it is definitely a challenge.
Yeah. It's a little bit hard to do any sort of mimicry of previous broadcasts whenever you kind of stop and look at it, because we've seen so many games where we've had so many games recently where the stat reports have just been perfect, almost to the T, I think is the phrase people use whenever it's perfect.
Yes.
And I don't know, it's been very interesting so far in this game. I still have no idea what's going on with the 42 players on the roster thing.
It was quite lengthy. If you go to Grayson County's schedule on KHSAA on the scoreboard there, and you click here for the roster, it will open a large window.
Yeah. With
many, many names.
I'm fairly certain the biggest one I have seen to date. So
you are correct.
See what the Fighting Tigers defense can get done here. Isaac Seeger, it looks like, still on the mound for the Fighting Tigers after pitching so far a very solid game. As still no runs given up.
5-0.
After getting himself out of a fantastic, I guess pinch would be a good way to phrase it.
With the throw out by Drew Harding and then the strikeout ended the last inning.
Oh, wow.
83 miles an hour. right there.
I thought that definitely found the corner of the zone for sure.
That'll get you a speeding ticket right there.
Yeah, that one. Isaac's definitely got to watch out for the speeding tickets if he's throwing any pitches in his car, especially.
Yeah. Well, he went 2 miles an hour quicker there, 85 on
Wow.
that second pitch.
I mean, throwing hard. I had a conversation with someone familiar with the Fighting Tiger baseball roster very much, especially last year's team. And we had a very interesting conversation. We were talking about how this team would have fared last year as Logan Henning going to pick up that fly ball, throws it to Burnett, and they're going to get out number one. But talking about last year's roster, I've talked about several times and bragged on this team's pitching rotation, under 3 ERA across the board. I think a 1.9 on average. That's crazy. But last year's team with Preston and Brock also being on that side, with the combined forces of all these pitchers, I would hate to have seen what that team could have done in tournaments.
The year before, of course, making it to the last 4 of the state.
Yeah.
And that was one of the real downsides of the pandemic. And there's so many.
Yeah.
And let's not try to get into that because, obviously health comes first in that. But it was tough not seeing those guys get to play for sure. And the softball team missed out on a great season too.
Yeah. It's going to be just hopefully an absolute slush rush coming down the end here as hopefully all of the pitchers can get some time going in here near the end of the season. And if they do, I'm sure this team can beat almost anybody. I haven't seen a lot of ERAs lower than this. I'm sure there's maybe some tougher opponents out there that we may have to face that obviously going to have to be pretty adaptable in most circumstances. It's going to take definitely some suction cups holding on to the talent that you have and being able to battle through adversity. That's one of the big things that you have to be able to do. You have to be able to synchronize. That is one of the big things. I don't know. You have to also be able to. This is going to be an interesting one to explain. Is ground ball there to Logan Henning? Can he make the throw? No, that's in the dugout. So runner is going to advance to second. But
you were saying, Lincoln.
Yeah, you have to be able to swarm as a team. This is a little bit different than in the basketball world. A swarm obviously makes a lot more sense in basketball in a lot of ways, but as a team, I think swarm kind of implies you're all working together for that goal. If you're always backing each other up, you're always making sure you're building each other up in the dugout and any sort of thing, offensively or defensively. And I think this team has enough chemistry to be able to really do that well. Yeah.
Well said. And one thing about a team as this Grayson County batter steps in, looks like the pitcher again, number 24.
Yes. And also, no, he is wearing a glove. It's just very dirty and faded. Okay, I thought he wasn't wearing the batting glove, but no, he's got one.
He's got a glove.
It's very much skin colored, almost with the dust on it, sliding into bases and stuff. As that one fouled off there.
Find himself in an 0-2 hole right here. It's not a good place to be as a batter. It's a great spot to be in as the pitcher.
It's Isaac Seeger looking to pull maybe a crazy breaking ball out of some white smoke here.
Yeah, time to channel his inner prankster and throw something that can really get him.
Oh, he's going to make the throw back to second, and they can't quite get the runner. But him and Cole Proctor, the chemistry between those two in particular, that is a very, very strong bond in there. So I'm sure they will continue to fight, particularly, going into next season. And I saw several posts from Fighting Tiger baseball players about, this is the last game on this Tiger field. So you're going to strike him out there.
That's true, Lincoln. The last game here.
Going down looking. But, yes, this will be the last game at Tiger Field.
Can't lose this one.
Yeah, no, that would be kind of a tragedy. But we are going to see. And, again, top of the fifth right now.
Yes, top five, two outs.
All right.
Good memory.
So let's see. You're going to throw that one a little bit high. Harding, though, able to keep it in front of him.
Yeah, that kind of had me leaning back.
Yeah.
But Drew, nice job. As he always does, collects it well.
Collects it very much like a storm drain. Just keeps it in front of him at all times and doesn't let much by him. As looked like the batter stepped out there.
Yeah, batter stepped out.
As it seemed a second ago, Cole Proctor almost tried to get I think it's number 7 on second. Tried to get him with a little bit of a shadow tag there. It looked like he actually faked the throw back to Seeger.
Ooh,
and then
that's the old hidden ball trick.
Yeah. Oh, nicely thrown there by Isaac Seeger. Is that one strike 1, strike 2?
Strike 1.
Strike 1. All right. Just wanted to check and be sure.
1-1, I believe the count is. Throwing with sheer force here, Isaac.
Yeah, that is one of the things he does very well. And, oh, wow. That one going to be
This
line
could be
drive.
a play at the plate here. No, the runner holds.
As Eric Barr fields that one really nicely. If he would have fumbled that at all, I think the runner was coming in. But,
we've seen Grayson County in this position multiple times this evening. Runners on first and third. In this particular instance, there are 2 outs.
mm-hmm.
But they have ended several innings in this exact alignment. And number 40, if you remember, was the batter who stepped across the throw.
Oh, yeah. This could be an important moment here.
This is, and you know the players haven't forgotten it. Let's see what happens here.
Mm-hmm.
See if they send this runner.
We're
It'd
gonna
be
see.
almost an exact carbon copy. If they send the runner, we'll have to watch the batter. Surely he's not going to do it again.
Surely. If they get him with it again, oh, goodness.
That'd be something.
That would not be received well by the Grayson County fans, I'm sure, or by the umpire. I'm sure he's had enough of these antics. And runner is going to go to second. Harding's going to make the throw. Are they going to get him?
Just dropped the throw there.
As you saw that line drive there, kind of a little bit of a screen cleaner with you saw Drew Harding having to move away from the plate there. The umpire kind of stepping away in case there's a wild throw.
Yeah.
And not a lot right in front of you other than Isaac Seeger coming in to try and help make the recovery.
I could use a little screen cleaner over here on the laptop. A little
Oh,
dusty.
gosh, yeah. With it being this dry, I'm sure the dust is just crazy right now. But
And with all the action at home plate that we see, of course we got the natural dirt out there. It's quite a sand rush on a windy day. Just that dirt coming in.
yeah, there is absolutely no question about that.
Oh, what a pitch. High, getting into chase.
Nicely done there by Isaac Seeger, and that is going to finish off the side. I believe we are going to take a quick break here in the middle of the fifth. We will catch you all here shortly as the Fighting Tiger is going to try and get the bats going once again in the bottom of the fifth. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back in just a few moments.
As we come back here in the bottom of the fifth inning, I am Mr. Garrett, joined by the liquid voice of Lincoln Smith.
Thank you. As we jump right in here, bottom of the fifth, as Mr. Garrett so nicely said. Number 24, been a sniper so far all day on the mound. Looks like he is going to be staying in here for the Cougars, and he has, I think, thrown a pretty good game. The Fighting Tigers bats, though, have been rolling, as is the phrase, and hopefully they can continue to keep it going here.
Yeah. Speaking of keeping it going, music at the ballpark is always curious.
Yes.
We just heard Baby Shark finish up, but you'll hear some country, you'll hear some alternative. I don't think we play much punk rock.
No, I had thought about that just a few innings ago. I think it's not a genre you hear a lot. I think a lot of the ballpark songs are coming in here predetermined by both the players and then I think maybe some of the, not necessarily team staff, but some of the people who help administrate the ballpark, is Eric Barr stepping in here. After yesterday, I actually had a conversation with him. I don't know if you recall this moment yesterday, but he hit one all the way to the fence line. I mean, I think
Yeah, I remember that.
I think it was like 6 inches from going over.
Uh-huh.
And
What do you have to say about that?
he was like, well, I thought it was gone, so then I was just kind of walking. So because he got a single off a ball that hit the fence.
Yeah.
And it was really funny. But, yeah, we had a funny talk about that yesterday.
Yeah. You know, just to close out the music commentary,
Mm-hmm.
I think you might have some of the managers. Oh, pitch coming in here to Eric as he
Pals off another
fouls that
one.
off. The managers, Shelby Walls and Shelby Tibbett, might have a lot to do with that too. And of course, Shelby and all their queenly majesty up there just running the sound system.
Yeah, they always keep it very consistent up there, and they do a great job keeping things in order. They were also the ones who had the conversation with us the other day about the scoreboard being weird, like not working perfectly. And then, Eric Barr going to go down looking at strike through there, but yeah, they had the conversation with us the other day about the scoreboard not working perfectly, and I don't know who we've got operating the scoreboard today. I mean, I would assume no one.
It may just not be working.
Yeah, that's always a possibility. I mean, I'm sure.
Need to hit it with some teravolt action, get
Yeah.
it fired up.
Yeah, we're seeing definitely a lot of electrical errors so far here today, and I don't know, not really a ton to say other than that. So we've got Jared Harnett up here now. We're going to see if he can get on base for the Fighting Tigers. As this one not looking like it's going to end up being a run rule unless things get really solid here for the Fighting Tigers.
Right. Still a comfortable lead. And, you know, Lincoln, if you were a baseball player, as the sun is setting, as Jared faces his pitch, fouls that one off, would you wear sunglasses in the field? Do you think the tinted lens would help you see?
It's a very good question, actually. I hadn't really considered that one. So this thing, at least in golf, when you wear sunglasses, a lot of people only wear polarized because the way polarized sunglasses work is they don't throw off your depth perception nearly as much. But if you're playing with non-polarized glasses, sometimes it can throw off your depth perception. I don't know if the same applies to baseball. I would assume so, but that definitely would not help you if your depth perception was off on the ball diamond. But yeah, maybe tinted lenses would help. Although the sunset not really in the eyes of the players, I don't think, coming in here. But maybe over there in left field, if you're trying to make a throw into first, you could definitely maybe be thrown off by it a little bit.
I think every baseball player enjoys when the sun is down and the lights are on. Although the lights can be a bit of a hazard as well if you look up and lose it in the lights, as does happen sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that definitely can happen, and you sometimes do see stuff like that even in the MLB at the professional level.
Yeah, it happens to everybody.
People looking up at lights. I mean,
Jared's worked this count full here. Let's see what he can do with it.
3-2 coming in. Oh, that one's hit hard. Is it going to stay in?
That's fair ball.
Oh, my goodness. Is it ground rule double? Yes. It's bounced over the fence. Wow, that ball hit hard by Jared Harnett. Frankly, I have no idea how that stayed in. That had to have been inches. But, yeah.
It was close.
Yeah. So that's fantastic there for Jared Harnett. Has one out on the board here, I believe. And
one out.
Wyatt Burnett stepping up after, I believe he was hit. Was he hit by a pitch on his last at-bat?
I believe he laid down a fantastic bunt.
As Jared was the one hit by the pitch on the last at-bat, yes.
He hit that bunt right in the power spot for the dropping it down.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily that he hit it for great power, but it went far enough to bypass the first layer of defense, but not quite to the second. He just beat it out. Very nice.
Yeah, it was done very well by him.
You know, a little Wyatt fact. I had him in my K-Prep group when I administered the test.
That's always
for
it's
the
always a
reading
fun
and math test. He was very very pleasant to have in the testing group.
Very charismatic guy. I talked to several of the players yesterday after the game. He was one of the few I talked to, and he also was very confident that with this pitching rotation, they can really get a lot done in the postseason. So we are going to have to see how that progresses. As that one nearly going to hit Burnett there.
High up there.
Seemed they gave him just about no warning on that one. Maybe could have used some sort of warning. I'm not sure. But again, no warning on that one. As Burnett going to pull that one, and it just sneaks foul there. It looked like it may have come down just in time, but not quite. As it was hit, I think it actually may have hit third base. But, again, just going to leak foul there.
Yeah. I mean, if it's fair or foul, I think the umpires can see it, and there's snow cloak to cover it up. Although something happened upstairs.
Yeah, we definitely got something going on upstairs. As Burnett watched, I think they called strike there.
Strike there, but Jared advances on the stolen base.
Yes.
We've seen him at third base before tonight.
Indeed.
Also saw him score.
Yep. And he does a great job of it most of the time. A very good runner. And he's over there right in his comfort zone at third base. I mean, we know he does that well in the field. So going to see if maybe Burnett here has some sort of psychic surge and he knows what's coming on this next pitch. Is the count currently 2-2?
I've got 3-1.
3-1, okay.
But I may be totally wrong.
Okay.
Let's see.
I was under the impression he had 2 strikes, but I don't know. Oh, it does not matter if you've got 2 strikes when you hit that one. Oh, my. That one murdered right there, right down the middle. And that is going to score Jared Harned. So now Cameron Shaw comes up with Wyatt Burnett
the
on first now.
mold breaker.
Mold breaker stepping in now. Hoping to continue this neutralizing gas of the bats moving for the Fighting Tigers.
Yeah, Cameron was one of our players in Last Day Dungeons and Dragons. Played a bard and played him to perfection.
Ah, yes, I love a good bard. What a great character style to play as a bard.
Yeah, he had everyone captivated with songs that made them forget their troubles. It was nice. You should have been there. I mean, not that you should, like, that's not trying to put. Anyone who hears this should have seen it.
Yeah. I wish I could have been there. I'm sure we'll have many more great Dungeons & Dragons memories at some point. But Cam going to swing strike one there. As they made the throw back to first to try and pick off Burnett. Couldn't quite get him.
Yep, 0-1. Cameron was the bard on board a ship traveling across the primordial sea.
Uh-huh.
With all of his classmates. But enough about that. I mean, baseball's going on right now, and he is looking to roll a natural 20 in this at-bat.
Perhaps going to give them the unseen fist here, perhaps trying to give them a little home run. Know, that could always happen. He's only gone yard once this season. There's always a possibility for more, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like, though, dunking in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
If you've done it, you've done it.
Yep.
And you will be forever a dunker.
And Cam, not known for his power at the plate. He's generally just known to either get walked on base or get hit.
He's on base. I guarantee if, never mind. Wyatt's in front of him. I was going to say if Wyatt, I guarantee you'll see Cameron at third base shortly. He would steal both bases. Doesn't matter what's going on. But with Wyatt in front of him, maybe a little cautious.
Yeah. As I believe Wyatt did maybe steal a base earlier. Might have been third. I know he has enough sand on his jersey that you would definitely think that he has gotten down and dirty with it a little bit today. I mean, he has a soul heart out there. I mean, there's no question about that. He's always ready to get involved on the scene.
Solid rock, a lot of stamina too.
Yeah, no question about that.
No stalling when it's time to steal a base.
No question about that.
Moving through the base path like a steam engine.
Mm-hmm. As always getting speed boosts, the Fighting Tigers are doing whenever they are running the bases, always making sure to not slow down. That is a big thing. As again, Vital Spirit, maybe a little bit of I don't know, I guess volt absorption. I mean, we talked about the lightning rods of the bats earlier.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, that scoreboard apparently absorbed too many volts.
Yeah.
and fried out there.
Yeah, no question about that.
After the mound visit,
ooh,
Logan's going to swing at that one, kind of checks his swing a bit. Umpire says, yes, he went.
And he ripped one in his last at-bat to get two RBIs in, and we know he could definitely be a victory star here for the Fighting Tigers if he's able to make good contact with one, as it would extend the lead to 8 if he's able to knock 2 runs in.
If he hit a home run, it would take us to 9.
Okay.
So if he hit on base, and at this point, yes, as you say, Lincoln, since we've got 2 in scoring position, anything to the outfield, it will score 2 to give us 8.
And I would say with Cameron out there on second, if he gets one into good position, they are going to send him home.
He's going to go.
Do we have one out on the board or?
One out.
One out.
Yes.
All right. That's pretty good position right now. Is Henning going to watch? Is that ball 2?
I'm showing 2-1.
All right. That is
But
what I had thought.
last time it was sort of immaterial as Wyatt hit that one up the middle when there was a debate. Maybe Logan will do the same.
So he's going to watch strike 2 go by there. And I do indeed like how the umpire has been very involved in calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, it kind of takes the guesswork out of it.
Mm-hmm. As
Ooh, full count now. A little pressure on the batter, Logan Henning.
As I'm sure both Wyatt Burnett and Cameron Shaw out there probably just in zen mode right now. They know exactly what they're going to do if a ball gets hit. And I'm sure Henning knows what he wants to do with this. And
foul ball.
Oh, that one was right down there on that line where Jared hit that ground rule double earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, unfortunately, is just going to fall foul. By the way, you talked earlier about the RKS system, I believe it was.
Oh, yeah.
As
a way to succeed runs, strikeouts with the K, and then
Yes.
steals, stolen bases. We do those well as a team.
I mean, with Isaac Seeger out there today, the K has definitely been there. Runs have done very well. Steals have done fantastic. And, my,
this could be
that was the shot right there. Is Henning going to take that one right down the middle. And that's going to bring in 2 runs. So Logan Henning on this game, 4 RBIs right now.
Yes.
In 2 or 3 at-bats. Not for sure.
3.
On that. 3
at-bats.
at-bats. Very solid numbers, though, as now the winning run right here is
at the plate.
As Brett Hinton now stepping up here.
Maybe it's solar power helping us out.
There's always that possibility.
Getting the sun in there. Now, Brett laid down a great bunt in his last at-bat, it must be said.
He did, yeah.
Advanced the runners. Got thrown out. Or did he reach?
I believe he got thrown out, but it was a fantastic bunt.
Yeah. He's also been hit tonight.
Yeah. I'm sure after being hit, it's going to be a little bit difficult to say, you know what, I think I'm going to try and step right in front of this and bunt it.
Sort of like if you're playing golf and hit the ground behind the ball and jar your arm. Might be a little difficult to swing at the next one.
Yeah, I'm sure that's definitely not the most fun of experiences.
Have you ever done that?
Let's see. I have hit behind a ball enough to feel it, but I don't know that I'm trying to think. I may have done it once or twice where I've been able to be like, maybe I shouldn't swing as much today. The biggest injuries I've had is mainly in my left thumb from trying to counteract the force of my downswing and my weight shift. But not really. I haven't really had a lot of golf-related injuries. I'm very thankful for that. That's very lucky. Super luck, some would even say. But definitely a good situation to be as uninjured as possible in any sport.
We've got a 3-1 count here, so potentially could give Isaac Seeger a chance at the plate with 2 runners on.
That's a really solid pitch there on the 3-1 to get that one in the strike zone.
Kind of have to throw a strike in that position, and Brett's not out of line to take there, but now got to be available.
Gonna have to have a really good filter here if you want to get it done in this sort of full count position, 1 out on the board. This is where clutch plays are really done. We're gonna see what Brett Hinton's got in the bag. He's gonna watch ball 4.
On.
So 2 runners on, 1 out on the board. Isaac Seeger steps up. It has not been a great night for him, I don't think. I think he may have had 1 base hit. Right?
At the plate, it's been tough.
Obviously, on the mound, it's been good.
Yes. He's been defiant out there on the mound,
no question about that.
refusing to allow. No defeatist attitude in Isaac on the pitcher's mound. And right here, he's got a chance. When you think about narrative, and I think that baseball lends itself to narrative as much as any sport.
Mm-hmm.
The last game at Tiger Field, one of the standout players for the Fighting Tigers, Isaac Seeger, is going to be at the plate with the potential to walk off right here.
And they are putting a new pitcher in the game for the Cougars. It looks like 24 just went out. So we've got a left-handed pitcher now, number 35. It makes me feel really bad that I don't have any of these numbers for these Grayson County
We
players.
apologize to Grayson County, and it's nobody's fault. but we can only work with what we can find online. And so it's just nice to see Breckinridge County always keeping the rosters up to date, stat reports up to date. Makes our jobs easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe looking for, with this play here to change pitchers, maybe a little bit of like a last resort leaf guard. You think of leaves as being kind of just a last ditch attempt almost to try and catch some sunlight for a tree. Those last little dredges coming out there. And the Cougars not in a great spot right now to try and make this recovery here.
Okay, you talking about some chlorophyll and some plants?
Yes.
Maybe, okay.
Chlorophyll indeed.
Okay, the pitcher's got a very dynamic delivery, almost dazzling to watch. So just see if you can get a look at this, Lincoln.
Let's check it out here. Oh, my. Ooh, we saw that little breaking ball come in there.
That's something, but Isaac, being the batter that he is and multiple home runs on the year, the general wisdom is it's easier to hit a left-handed pitcher as a right-handed batter.
I don't want to sound clairvoyant or like I have any idea what could possibly be happening.
Speak it.
I think he swings early, strike one, second pitch, I think he's going to rip one.
Home run?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
I think it goes 3-run homer to take this one to
this is a tape-delayed broadcast, but we're saying this in real time right now. Lincoln has called it.
This is not post-production. This is
a swing and a miss on the first, but then the second pitch, he goes yard to walk off Tiger Field. Let's see it. I'm excited. You've got me on the edge of my seat here.
Oh, gosh. A lot of anticipation.
I'm going to have insomnia later. Won't be able to sleep.
Let's see what Isaac Seeger's got. First pitch on the way. He's going to watch ball one go by. Oh. That was unpleasant. Was that DeWitt there? No, that was, I think, Luke Huddleston.
Yeah, kind of went under the shortstop there.
Yeah, it looked like he ran into the second baseman, maybe? Yeah. It was hard to tell.
Both runners advance on the gale wings of a steal.
Either way, I was wrong about the first pitch.
Well, you might still be right about the end.
Oh, that one, strike one.
Okay.
All right. That one, maybe a little inside about the exact same spot as the first pitch, but called strike one.
Yeah.
Well, now he's seen one. He knows what he wants to do. It comes in a little bit low.
Oh, they throw home. He's safe at home. Logan's safe at home. That's probably not the play you'd want to see.
What a slide there, though.
Great slide. We had a perfect view of that slide.
Yeah, that was wonderful. Hopefully you guys caught that angle as well. I mean, that is just nicely done there by him, I believe a junior. And, I mean, that's just a wonderful, wonderful slide there.
Well, now you can just shift the narrative from one outstanding Fighting Tiger to the next. Cole Proctor's got a chance to walk off here. With one RBI, this game's over.
So score currently 9-0?
9-0.
All right. And again, bottom of the fifth, one out?
One out, yep.
All right, well.
Cole talking to the catcher of Grayson County, a little smirk, a little chuckle. I wonder what the catcher said. Probably something like, hey, man, don't do it to us.
This is another, I wish I knew who they had in pitching for the Cougars, but it's just, we just have no idea. We can't find out. Either way.
They have immunity to our investigation.
Yeah, that's correct. As Proctor going to take a rip at one.
That might just do it.
Oh, it will.
That's 10.
Let's see what we've got. Cole Proctor going to fall on back to first. He's going to score in Huddleston. And that is the ball game, folks. Wow, the Fighting Tigers.
Shutout.
After Cole Proctor puts an absolute gulp missile right down the middle.
Yeah.
And, wow, nice 10-0 shutout victory. Back-to-back nights, 10-0 shutout victories against both teams, or the two teams they played, Butler County and Grayson County. And this Grayson County side has a very good record, despite a lot of, I don't know, like disguise, maybe some sort of interesting idea to hide the identity of their players from us.
It was curious. But when you're playing against Breckinridge County, who's playing so well, it's a cliche, but it's almost like Breckinridge County players have ice in their veins.
Yeah.
And, I mean, but it's not just ice in the veins. Ice bodies, ice face. If we were reptiles, ice scales.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's been, really. There have been some really clutch moments. I mean, You saw Brett Hinton stepping up there with a full count and watching a ball four go by. I mean, that's just bold plays from the young man. I mean, just a freshman coming in here as a DH, getting on base a couple at bats. I mean, that's just they have had some great performances. Honestly, the biggest struggle today was the top of the order for the Fighting Tigers.
Yeah,
that's never an area you want to see struggling, but they're still able to shut out a team doing that.
Yeah, until right at the end when that top of the order drove in the runs to finish the game.
Yes. And
just a berserk day.
I mean, it was definitely a multi-scale attack for the Fighting Tigers. They got it done in all regards. They continue to levitate on towards the district tournament and then regional tournament and hopefully state tournament, as should be a good one.
That would be nice.
That would definitely be a very solid way to end the season. Hopefully, the Iron Barbs continue to be strong for the Fighting Tigers here. They definitely going to need to have some, I guess, going to have some tough shells here in these next few weeks to try and get things done. And they are just going to have to keep battling. But it was a fantastic game against the Cougars. Do you have any additional commentary to add? I think that was just a very solid game altogether from them.
Yeah, just to close out our baseball coverage this year, because this will be the last game. We're not going to be covering the tournaments. It's been nice to come out and see baseball from the Breck Live standpoint. I didn't get to last year, as Lincoln alluded to earlier. But it's been fun. I can't remember how many games we've done.
A lot.
I feel like we've been out many nights, and but with great people, it's not really like working. It's just like having a good evening. And yeah, so I'm going to end it on that sort of positive, feel-good moment, if you will.
I think the Fighting Tigers looking after this game to certainly not fall into a comatose state, not become truant, and jump into these next few games with a lot of passion and intensity. I believe the last game of the season will be Thursday night against DeSales, which is an away game. So again, this is the last Fighting Tiger baseball you will see from us this season. I wish I don't know if it's third region or KHSAA that does the whole rules that we can't do district or regional tournaments or whatever, but not the end of the world.
KHSAA rule.
It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. Hopefully, you guys can catch those from some sort of live link. If not, if there is one, we will try to supply it at all of our best interests. I mean, we know you guys obviously want to catch as much Breck baseball action as possible. This will be one of my last Breck Live performances. I've got one more, hopefully coming up Thursday. Hopefully that game doesn't get canceled. Otherwise, that would be a tragedy.
Technically, Lincoln, I don't mean to interrupt you and call you in error here, but your final Breck Live performance per se is going to be on Friday night as you walk the stage as a graduate. That's going to be streamed live Friday. Both sessions, both of the split sessions. You're in the second one, are you not?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so that's going to be your swan song, although in that one you're more of a primary participant than a behind-the-scenes person.
I won't be commentating for you guys in that one, although I'm sure if I could get mic'd up and talk during the entire graduation ceremony, that would be funny. But yes, it has been a fun year of Tiger baseball. It's been fun to watch all these guys play. I wish I could sit here and brag on their pitching and batting and teamwork even more. But unfortunately, this is going to be the last one for us. Thank you all for tuning in for such a great season. Obviously, it's not over yet. Hope you all, continue to watch the rest of these games. Continue to give them support. I know they appreciate it. We also appreciate the support from our sponsors. We will be back Thursday night with the final Lady Tiger home softball of the year. These will be the last two games on both of the current fields. And then we will jump into next season eventually, and then I don't know what the first broadcast of next year will be. Obviously, we got graduation coming up this Friday, but either way, it has been a fantastic year. Thank you all for tuning in to Fighting Tiger Baseball. As for Mr. Garrett and I here in the studio, we will catch you all on Thursday night. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoy. Everybody, have a